What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another News Essence video. Today we've got some great information for you guys, a lot of cool content with upcoming games like Kirby and the Bayonetta collection. That's Bayonetta 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Nintendo has detailed a lot of new information when it comes to Kirby Star Allies. We've got details on some co-op, amiibo functionality, and more. And shout outs to Nintendo Everything for rounding this one up. So Kirby Star Allies begins as planet Popstar erupts into turmoil due to the dark power located far away in a galaxy. A ritual ensues and a mysterious light scatters, with one known as the Demon Heart showing up in Dreamland. A trio by the name of the Three Generals shows up on Popstar after being ordered there. They appear to have a connection with the ritual that caused Demon Heart to crash into King Dedede's castle. The Japanese Kirby Star Allies website also provides a look at two mini-games. Players will attempt to cut down a tree as quickly as they can by swinging the Joy-Con in the first one. Then you'll need to watch out for caterpillars and spikes. The second one basically is a home run contest where you charge your bat and hit a meteorite just about at the right time to send it as far as possible. Finally, there's some new information about Amiibo Support, and by scanning basically any Amiibo that you have out there, a treasure chest will show up in-game and you'll receive items such as the ones used to recover health. Using the Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, Waddle Dee, or QB figures will provide you with even more items. So shout outs there to all of the content that's coming to Kirby Star Allies. This is one of my most anticipated games, seriously, because I'm looking forward to playing that game with my daughter. I think it's going to be a ton of fun, and we're kind of learning a little bit more about the extra content that you're going to have. You have mini games in there, you're going to have Amiibo Support, which is always awesome, and I think that they kind of put that in there in order for like the younger ones that are probably going to be playing that, or heck, sometimes even the parents need some help if you're not very good at action games or platformers like Kirby. Some other information, if you missed it, I'll just go ahead and recap some of that. We do have that it runs at 30 frames per second, and it looks like it's going to be 1080p, but it does run pretty much at that solid frame rate, at least based on what Game Explain was saying the other day, and it's not really going to dip or anything like that. It looks like it's going to be a 1080p presentation as well, so you're going to get a pretty solid frame rate, and you're also going to get clean visuals. The game looks really good. It's probably the best looking Kirby game that I have ever seen based on it, because the last Kirby games came out on the Nintendo 3DS. We did get one on the Wii U, but that was more of a stylized with the art and the clay type of style to it. So the last time that we got a game in this same vein, what they're trying to do here with multiplayer, was Kirby back on the Wii, and this game looks way better than that game graphically and everything, pretty much gameplay wise. I'm thinking that this one is a lot better. You have the Joy-Cons. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some nice HD rumble built into there, so I'm really excited for Kirby Star Allies on the Nintendo Switch. This game is dropping mid-March. It's going to be a ton of fun. I really think it is. The mini games are looking really cool. The home run contest and the seesaw one, that was just the beginning. There's probably going to be a lot more in there as well, and I'm also looking forward to seeing what they do with the end game content. If there's any extra difficulty levels, what they're going to do maybe afterwards, switching levels up, secret levels, things like that. Those are stuff that Kirby games have always had, and I really want to see what they do with this one, especially at the end and towards the harder levels. Like, how hard is the game going to ramp up? How hard is it going to get? The difficulty? What's going to be the difference between playing single player to multiplayer? Any benefits outside of that? So there's just a lot of stuff to get into. There's still more that we have to figure out, but overall, it's looking really good, and it's going to be my first Kirby purchase probably since the Wii U one. I did purchase that one on the Wii U. I did not purchase the 3DS games at all, even though those ones are better in my opinion. I just think I played like one of them at GameStop or something like that back in the day. Thought they were good, but I really wanted a Kirby in the same vein as the one on the Wii, and we're finally getting that here with Kirby Star Allies on the Nintendo Switch, so I'm excited for that. So what do you guys think about Kirby Star Allies in terms of the mini game, the story setup, and everything that we went over? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next article here, you guys all know my baby, Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 are coming out this Friday, and shout outs to Nintendo. I will be getting a review copy for that one, so expect live streams, expect my analysis and my own thoughts when it comes to Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch this Friday. Look forward to that, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. But before all of that, Digital Foundry actually did a tech analysis on Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch, and a lot of you guys have been asking me, what does this run at? What's the resolution? How did it run beforehand? What's going on with the game? And all these other questions. Well, it seems like Digital Foundry does have some answers, so let's go ahead and get right into what they had to say on their tech analysis of Bayonetta 1 on the Nintendo Switch. Not Bayonetta 2, they already did that one. We're talking about just Bayonetta 1 at this point. And once again, shout outs to Nintendo Everything for the article here. Bayonetta 1 on the Nintendo Switch runs at 720p on the system, docked similar to the sequel. Compared to the Wii U, the game on the Nintendo Switch has a bit more improved texture filtering. There are other very subtle changes as well, such as the approach to bloom lighting. when playing in handheld mode, Bayonetta still runs at a native 720p resolution. However, texture filtering quality is reduced. Shadow resolution also changes a bit. Ultimately, these changes really are kind of hard to see. And I actually watched this tech analysis blown up on my own TV to try to see if I can see any differences or anything like that. I watched it on my TV and on my 4K monitor, and there's really not much, but it is there if you want to blow it up and look at it yourself. Then another big improvement on Bayonetta, and probably the biggest thing here that I'm definitely going to stress, is the frame rate on the Nintendo Switch. So unlike the Wii U version, Bayonetta on the Switch runs at a near consistent 60 frames per second, which was a big upgrade over what they were doing on the Xbox 360, what they're doing on the Wii U. It pretty much is in line with the Xbox One X version, or at least backwards compatibility Xbox One X, and the PC version, which is a constant 60 frames per second or higher, depending on your rig, which is really good. There are just a few little dips here and there, but nothing that it can't handle. It gets right back up to 60, runs smooth, whether it's docked or whether it's undocked. It's running really good. And on top of that, the loading times have been significantly improved, a lot faster on the Nintendo Switch compared to the Wii U. And you can thank Nintendo's cartridge media for that, because the Wii U actually has a pretty fast disk drive speed in terms of reading stuff because of the proprietary disk speed, but it's still an optical drive, so it's going to be slower than physical based media, solid state media. So it's really good that the Nintendo Switch has those faster loading times, because while the loading times aren't bad on Bayonetta 1 on the Wii U, they're definitely not like great. They're just okay. So they've been improved greatly on the Nintendo Switch. So of course you guys can check out the full analysis. Digital Foundry will have that, and this is great to see. Bayonetta 1 is one of my favorite games of all time, and this analysis kind of lines up with Bayonetta 2. From what I can gather, Bayonetta 1 runs better than Bayonetta 2, but just slightly based on things from what I've seen. But overall, Bayonetta 2 is just a much better game. But if you want to know the origin story, if you want to know what's going down, you definitely need to play Bayonetta 1 on the Nintendo Switch, or you can play it on other places. But Nintendo Switch, to me, you can be able to have Bayonetta anywhere that you want, which is awesome, because this game is packing so much content. Seriously, you can put 70, 80 hours into this game when it comes down to everything. It has some incredibly hard bosses in there when it comes to the end game, and some of the stuff that you can do there. You have some really cool outfits that they put into the game as well, in terms of from Nintendo characters. So it's awesome to see all of the content returning. It's awesome to see them improving the frame rate greatly on the Nintendo Switch version, and that they're taking the initiative to get this game bundled in with the Nintendo Switch for 60 bucks. I mean, seriously, this is great value in my opinion. And if you have not played Bayonetta, don't even think about it. Like, if you have not played the games at all, don't even think about it. Just go out there and buy this collection. Trust me, this game is amazing. And if you like Devil May Cry or the old school God of War, then this game is right up your alley. So what do you guys think about the tech analysis for Bayonetta 1? Will you guys be picking up this game on Friday? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final article here, we got a double dose of Bayonetta goodness, because the reviews for Bayonetta 1 and 2 collection on the Nintendo Switch have dropped, and I have good news to report, Ninja. This game is getting mighty reviews on opencritic.com. It's really awesome to see this game really be appreciated, again, because I think it has another chance to actually do better than it did before when it comes to Bayonetta 2 more particularly. Bayonetta 1 did okay, but Bayonetta 2, in terms of sales, since it was only on the Wii U, that system obviously didn't sell that much. So bringing it out on the Nintendo Switch with 60 frames per second or near that with both of them for 60 bucks in a collection was a great idea, and the reviews definitely reflect that. We're getting some great reviews in from a multitude of websites, and right now it has an 89 average on there, which is a mighty, like I said, on opencritic.com. And I will go over a lot of the different things when it comes to the numbers. So in terms of how they determine a game is mighty, it actually has 26 reviews from various websites that are 84% or higher. So all of the different websites there, Nintendo Enthusiasts, you also had GameSpot, Nintendo Life, IGN, various different websites all gave it at least an 84 or higher. I see a lot of 9 out of 10s and 10 out of 10s and 9.5 out of 10s, and it has 0 reviews that has 74 to 66 or lower. So anything lower than a 74, there hasn't been a single review that has given it a 74 or lower, and it has 3 reviews in the 75 to 83 range. So basically they were all just 8 out of 10s, which whatever, you know, at that point, if they want to give it an 8 out of 10, it's an 8 out of 10. But the game is amazing. It's so good, and I'm really happy to see these strong review scores. And this is a big game for the Nintendo Switch, especially for all the people who haven't bought the game yet. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. Oh, well, it's just a port. Well, how many people actually bought the game in terms of Bayonetta 2? I would say less than 2 million people, easily less than 2 million people. So there are a lot of gamers out there that haven't played Bayonetta 1 or Bayonetta 2, be it that. So that's the one thing that I want to stress, is that this is a big game. It's just as good as any game out there, and especially if you're talking about action games, this is easily one of the best. It's my favorite action game of all time in terms of Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 1 was my favorite action game before that of all time. So these are my 2 favorite action games of all time. They're just so silky smooth, and I talked about it a little bit in terms of why they're so good, and I would say the combo system. The combo system is the most unique and inventive combo system, with the dodge offsets, with strapping weapons to your hands and to your feet and being able to mix and match them in order to pull off different combos. The online play with Bayonetta 2, to where you can transfer halos to the single player and vice versa. Teaming up with a buddy who's also really good at the game, you can learn a few things, or just going random online and seeing what you can do there is amazing. And then just the content. There's just so much content in this game. Once you beat the game, that's just the beginning. You still have tons of end game content to go through. There's a lot of hidden bosses and secrets to uncover. You pick up these games, you can literally get 100 hours plus out of them. So it's really cool to see this amount of content coming out on the Nintendo Switch so early in its life before a year drops, where we had to wait almost 2 years for Bayonetta 2 and 1 on the Wii U. So it's great to see these games come so early. So what do you guys think about Bayonetta when it comes to the reviews, the tech information, in addition to Kirby Star Allies? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps to spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs, in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube Live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. We also have Twitch up and going, so if you like watching on Twitch and you want to help us out there, you can definitely follow us on Twitch. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.